All right, y'all, we give praise, esteem, and honor to the Most High Yah in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach this day. It is John 5:39. You know, search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. And you will not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that you have not little Elohim in you. If another shall come in his own name, him you will receive. How can you believe which receive honor one of another, and receive not the honor that comes from Elohim only? Do not think that I would accuse you. The Abba, there's one that accused you, Moses, in whom you trust. If had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how shall you believe my words? Let's take this on over here to back to Proverbs chapter 9. About verse 8, if you would. I know we did verse 8. Did we do verse 8? I think we did verse 8. Yeah, but nevertheless, we're going to do it right now. Shalom, kid. So, reprove not a scorner, lest he hate you. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love you. So remember, I think we did talk about that, reproving not a scorner, and I did a brief synopsis on that. So let's swing into verse 9. And verse 9 says, give instruction to a wise man, and he will yet be wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. So let's take a look at these words. Bear with me, because we're going to have to move swift, because we are already an hour and a half behind the 8 ball. When we look at instruction to a wise man, and he will yet be wiser, we get a double usage of the word. Shalom, Brother Harrison. Kakam, which is wise man or skillful or shrewd or crafty, learned, shrewd, a wise and ethical man. So you give wisdom to a wise man, he's going to continue to be wiser. So you have Shakam, like that's where you get that double. When you got teach, it's got yada there. So that is to know. A just man, which is Sadak, you know that. Then he said he will increase in learning, which is the lakak for learning, which is a learning, teaching, and insight. So you know you got the kuf, the lamad, and the hay, and you get the final teaching of the man with raised arms, or the teaching of the last Adam, or the second Adam. So when you see this here, right, you give instruction, you give wisdom to a wise man, and he will continually yet be wiser. So I want y'all to sit back and listen, right? Proverbs 1:1 on general principle. Proverbs 1:1 on general principle. It says the Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, the Malach of Yashar, to know wisdom and instruction and to perceive the word. I need Proverbs 1:7. I ain't need all that. Proverbs 1:7. The fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. You understand? So the fear of you see, come over here to Psalm 111 and 10. Just bear with me, right? Psalm 111 and 10. But I'm gonna tell you to go ahead and pick this up at Psalms 111 and about verse. I pick up verse 1. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. I got something that came to mind when I was kicking with my nigga. So I'm gonna share that with y'all. You know what I mean? Something that we talked about on Wednesday. Might even interject something that they mentioned. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna hurt. Matter of fact, I think I will. I think I will. I think I will. Give me a moment while I pull that verse out. Pause, so because I feel like it will be apropos at this particular juncture. Give me a moment. And there it is. Praise the Lord. Let's get it. So Psalms 111 and 1. Hallelujah. I will praise Yahuwah with my whole heart in the assembly of the upright and in the congregation. So notice this here, right? Assembly of the upright. So this is the body of the just. This is what you sit back and look at. I mentioned the words for you just because that's how I feel. Bear with me because I might jam a lot of information in a short period of time. So when you look at the fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of wisdom, Kokma, good understanding. Oh, wrong verse. My apologies. Assembly of the upright. So when you look at the assembly, it's so upright is Yashar. So Let's continue. The works of you who are great, sought out of all them that have pleasure in them and therein. So notice the works of you who are great. What is the work of Elohim according to John chapter 6? But to believe on him that he have sent. If you believe on him that he have sent, then you will search the scriptures, and in them you will find that they testify of Yahushua HaMashiach, because he say those works are sought out of those who have pleasure in them. See, everybody don't have pleasure in the word. See, matter of fact, since I said that, come over here to Luke chapter 8, and it's going to come into what I just mentioned. You know, praise Yahuwah for causing them to bring that to my attention, because it was stewing in their mind. So now y'all can get a little bit of what going on. I go through the parable of the sower, but I need to go ahead and work all of it in. You understand? Where you can see what we're trying to convey. So we look at Luke 8 and 10. Mysteries of the kingdom of Elohim, excuse me. But to others in parables that seeing they might not see, and hearing they might not understand. Now the parable is this: the seed is the word of Elohim. So we talking about a parable of the sower, right? So those by the wayside are they that hear, then come the devil that take away the word out of their heart, lest they should believe and be saved. So some people the word gets shalom, man. So some people the word gets snatched out their heart because they ain't really believe it. You understand? I know we done talked about the parable of the sower over the course of years and ad nauseum, but it still is relevant every single solitary day of the week. Look at the next thing he says. Then they on the rock are they which hear the word and receive the word with joy, and these have no root, for which a while believe, and in time of temptation fall away. So long, Brother Jennings. So when you sit back and you look at it, right, you'll have an individual. They're not rooted in the faith. So when they get tempted, because remember, the ruach is willing, but the flesh is weak. That's why he say, pray lest you enter into temptation. Individual is tempted when they're drawn away and enticed of their own lust. So because you're not rooted in the faith, when your desires and your lust are piqued, if you will, you tend to turn to those, and it causes you to walk away from the word. He said, they, and then that which fell among the thorns are they which, when they heard, go forth and are choked with the cares and riches and pleasures of this life, and bring no fruit to perfection. See, a lot of other people probably say you worrying about nonsense. That's why I've been talking to y'all about perspective, because you too cared about pleasure in yourself. I want to go have fun. That's not what this thing is about. You're not going to bring forth fruit to perfection for that. You worry about celebrity. Man, bump them wicked niggas, man. Keep that junk in perspective and in its proper place, and don't be an idiot. It's a minstrel show, nigga. They playing a role. They entertainers, they actors. It ain't real, nigga. Nigga, politics, it ain't real, nigga. None of that stuff is real. It's people trying to get you to worship Baal. Stop taking nonsense. They sinners. Why would you expect it to be real unless you're a simpleton? But I know you wiser than that. So I know you're not a simpleton. Do you know what I'm saying? You got to have perspective. That's why he told you got to be wise as serpents, as harmless as doves. To be able to identify it. You understand? You got to sit back and be able to peep that junk out, man. You can't be no fool, man. You can't be no fool, man. Don't be no fool. Nevertheless, he's saying, but they that on the good ground are they which in the honest and good heart have heard the word and keep it and bring fruit with patience. So he say those that have heard the word, they bring fruit with patience because they got an honest and good heart. They hear the word, they say, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna handle that. This is the next thing he say. No man, when he lighted a candle, cover it with a vessel or put it under a bed, but set it on the candlestick, that they which enter in may see the light. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything here that shall not be known and come abroad. Take heed therefore how you hear. Listen what he said. You need to take heed therefore how you hear. You need to take heed to yourself. Are you hearing the word with the intent to obey it? Are you listening with the word to intend to do? Faith come by hearing, and hearing come by the word. Take heed to how you hear. But for whosoever have, to him shall be given, and whomsoever have not, from him shall be taken even that which he seemed to have. So guess what? What does that mean? What could that mean? Take heed, therefore, how you hear. For whatever you have, to him shall be. Let me show you what it means. And then let me show you that whosoever have not, because it depends on how you hear. Matter of fact, Deuteronomy chapter 6. Let's just do that first. And remember, and it's still going back to give wisdom to a wise man, and he will be wiser. Because a wise man gonna have an ear to hear. You understand? All the stuff interrelate. I ain't just going off on nothing, but praise the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I mean? That was imparted unto me. I wasn't nobody but Yahuwah. Give thanks to Yahuwah in the name of Yahushua. He know what he be doing. He know what he be doing. All the way around the ball. I'm cognizant and aware. I can't speak to others, but I am aware. Deuteronomy 6:3, though, right? Hear, therefore, O Yasharal, observe to do it, that it may be well with you, that you may increase mightily, as Yahuwah Elohim of your Abbas have promised you, in the land that flow with milk and honey. Hear, O Yasharal, Yahuwah Elohim is one Yahuwah, and you shall love Yahuwah your Elohim with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. He told you to Shema. He told you to hear and listen with the intent to obey. But listen, right? He said, take heed, therefore, how you hear. See, come over here. I want to say Deuteronomy chapter 4. Let's do it again. I didn't want to hit another point. It's all good. Deuteronomy 4:7. He said, take heed, therefore, to how you hear, because he said, whosoever had, to him shall be given. So to the individual who hears, he's going to get a little bit more. But whoever had not, that who don't listen, he's going to get taken away from him the little bit of word that he had, because he wasn't listening to obey. That's why when you give wisdom to a wise man, he will be wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. Oh, man. Y'all just thought this stuff ain't random. It's all the same word, trying to illustrate the same point, which is to get you to your Elohim. I've been telling you for years, it ain't hard to who are you or not. Nigga ain't got to have on no outfit, my nigga. Nigga don't got to have on no fringes, my nigga. Nigga ain't got to give himself no name or none of that. It's going to show. It's going to show how you conduct yourself. Period. You don't tell me you are Yahuwah and you a sinner, or you do ungodly things, or you unbelieving. You're not going to convince me of that. You can convince another nigga of that. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't hearing the word because they believe it, man. Because when you believe the word, you discipline yourself at a level that you wouldn't even think you was capable of, because you fully committed yourself to the understanding of Elohim. That's why he said that his works are for those who seek it out, who take pleasure in it. You understand? Deuteronomy 4:7. You know, give thanks to Yahuwah in the name of Yahushua. Ain't nothing but the Shabbat. It come around every week for our benefit. So give thanks to him for it. He said, for what nation is there so great who have an Elohim so nigh unto them, as Yahuwah Elohim is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this Torah, which I said before you this day? Listen what he tell you. Only take heed to yourself and keep your soul diligently, lest you forget the things which your eyes have seen, unless they depart from your heart all the days of your life, but teach them your sons and your sons' sons. So he said, you need to take heed to yourself. Keep your soul diligently, lest you forget. Now, hold on, bear with me. I want to come to Job 42, and then we get to Romans 10. I'm just trying to set the stage. That's all they're trying to set the stage. That's all. And don't think because I started late, I'm going to go for a little bit of time, because I'm not. I might not go regular time, but I ain't going a little bit of time. I can tell you that right now. Job 42:1. I'm ready to roll. I ain't ate and everything. I've been sitting out in the heat all day, messing with some shade tree niggas. But guess what? That ain't gonna stop the word of Yahuwah. That's guaranteed. Then Job answered Yahuwah and said, I know that you cannot do everything. Now I know that you can do everything, and that no thought can be withholden from you. Who is he that hide counsel without knowledge? Therefore I've uttered that I understood not things too wonderful for me, which I knew not. You know what he said? Who can hide counsel without knowledge? See, a lot of individuals take advice and purpose and don't have no knowledge of the word to even be given no advice and purpose, and then take knowledge, advice and purpose from niggas who don't know no word. Make it make sense. He said, here I beseech you, and I will speak. I will demand of you, declare you unto me. I've heard of you by the hearing of the ear. But